Hello and welcome to Learning N4 with me. Today we're learning she, which is a conjunction. But before we get into that, I'm gonna go explain the origins of this series. I just passed the N5 a couple of months ago, but I've been too lazy to learn N4, specifically grammar. But I haven't seen much resources online to help teach like individual pieces in detail in video form. I don't know if I said that already, but I'm gonna try to be that guy. And I say with me because I'm also learning this. I just learned this thing like an hour ago and I just put it into a presentation because I heard you really know a concept if you're able to teach it back. So that's what I'm going to be attempting to do. I'm also not very good at pronunciation because I focus more on comprehension, but I guess here I can get some practice. So what does she mean? It is a conjunction. An example of a conjunction is and, but, and if. Like these connect clauses of sentences. If you don't know what it is, hopefully you can search it up. But yeah, but it is basically an emphatic way of saying and. Yeah, and it could translate to and, what's more, not only. Something that like I came up with myself, hopefully, is that she reminds me of Phil Swift. Not just Phil Swift, but like infomercials. Because you know when they say like Flexio can do stuff like repair broken holes. And what's more is that it can also mend my broken heart. Therefore, it's a good product, you know? Like when they say, and what's more, that's what I think of when like she is used like an infomercial. So here's some example sentences. Some of them I pulled from like Bunpro and Dictionary of Basic Japanese Grammar. I have the book right in front of me just in case I bail and I need help explaining. But 今日は試験だし、雨が降っていますし、とても悲しいです。Not only is there a test today, and it's raining, so I am very sad. Oh man. The next one is このバーガーは安いし、大きいし、一番のバーガーです。This burger is cheap and big, so it's the best burger, or the number one burger. 今日は公園に行きましたし、散歩もしました。Not only did I go to the park today, I also went on a walk. So, yeah, it could be used like multiple times. It could also just be used one time just to connect stuff, connect two sentences or two clauses. So yeah. Now you might be asking, how do I form sentences with this? How do I use this in a sentence? Well, you for like verbs and adjectives, you just slap it right after. You just slap she right after. So if you're saying like aruku or aruita shi, it could be like someone walks or walked. And what's more, or akarui shi, someone is / was bright. And what's more, or if you're using a noun / a not adjective, you have to add da or data, or I guess des, deshita, and shi after it. So for example, shizuka da or data shi is what's quiet and what's more, and kodamono da or data shi is what's a fruit and what's more. Now here's some notes that I took from Dictionary of Basic Japanese Grammar and Bunpro. Again, you know, they're the goats. But yeah, number one, it could be used multiple times in a sentence. I kind of said that earlier. It's kind of like the te form where you say send something shite to say that you did multiple things. It also implies causation, where if we take a look back at the previous slides, like these two clauses could technically be like reasons for why this is what it is. For example, like today there's a test and it's raining, therefore there's no therefore in the sentence, but it's kind of implying that therefore very sad, you know, it's causing the sadness. you know. And also here too, like this burger's cheap and it's big. Damn, bro, it's like the best burger. So she connects it connects like reasons for things, you know. And I guess the only exception is here. Not only did I go to the park today, but I also went on a walk. But I guess you could also reason that going to the park caused the guy to go on a walk, because you can't go on a walk. Well, you can go on a walk anywhere, but he went to the park to go to the walk, to go make a walk. I don't, man. Okay, but the sub-note is she is typically used before reasons of equal importance. For example, if you say that your grandma died and it's raining, therefore I'm very sad, you kind of can't really, well, you can, well, I don't know, but it'd be very unnatural to use she, because like, unless you're a twisted individual, your grandma dying would make you a lot more sad than rain falling, unless you have a really big phobia, rain phobia, I guess. But yeah. Number 3, it can also be used to end a sentence to create obscurity. If you wanted to end a sentence with she instead of connecting, it would be to create obscurity, to make something vague. And here's an example. So if a boy is asking you out, 明日映画に行きませんか? What is this? Tomorrow, wouldn't you go to the movies with me tomorrow? And then as the girl, you could be like, 明日ですか? 明日は試験があるし blah blah blah. Or you could just end it there, because she connects things, and if you end it with in the sentence, it's like you're about to say more things, but you really don't want to say more things, because if you keep going, the boy's gonna be really sad unnecessarily, and you're just really hoping he'll take the hint. So you just say she, you know, she. But number 4, if speaker wants to be polite, the previous clause can be formal if the main clause is also formal. So unlike some other like grammar stuff, I don't really have an example off the top of my head. Some other like grammar stuff, the main clause is the only thing that could have like a certain tense or formality. But in this one, both of them can be formal. For example, Ryan wa tennis jouzu desu shi, totemo kawaii desu. This is Ryan is good at tennis, and what's more is that he's very cute. Shout out to my boy Ryan. He is actually really good at tennis, and he's also very cute. But yeah, the thing here mainly is that we use des, which is more formal than da. So yeah, you can do that. And then I guess that's it. Thank you. Hopefully you know how to use she, or maybe you'll understand it if you come across it in a manga or anime somewhere. And I hope that I will as well. And hopefully I don't forget this by tomorrow. But yeah, I'll see y'all later. Bye bye.